Welcome. How are we all going, people? Good to have everyone on. Tracy, Maria, you have absolutely blown my mind with your growth. Kelly, Marshall, you have blown my mind with your growth as well. And what other beautiful ladies do we have on? How are we all going? As the people that just attended this retreat, they would be very familiar of the music I have on in the background, and that is what we call life-changing RPSSP, Reprogramming Success Priming. Bree, hello from Boracay. And it's you're going to have a rude awakening when you get back to Melbourne. I was filming a part of it and actually pressed live stream, so if you got the first part of it I had to delete. So how are we all going? I'm going to turn this music down so you guys can hear me. Otherwise, as everyone knows that just came to the retreat, once that music on, it is go time, it's hammer time, and I don't want to break anything in my little office. So how are we going? Matty G, good to have you on, my man, good to have you on. Let me move this a little bit. Awesome. So the whole purpose of this live stream is we've just completed one of the most amazing, hey Maria, good to have everyone on. I'm reading the messages. Yes, we're ready to go. So I have to say, and this is not obviously, I'm not pissing in anyone's pocket, obviously, who came to this retreat. This has had to be one of the biggest and best, and why I say that, it's the people that came together, women and men that come together. There was married people, there was single people, there was couples there. You know, I had my beautiful partner as well. She had the most amazing breakthrough, and you should see her. She's just like this rose that's blossomed. And she came home yesterday and we saw each other, and it was like the first time that we, fell in love times 10, and it was huge. I know that I've had a massive breakthrough, what I'm going to share with you all in a moment. I know Matty G's had a breakthrough. To see how much that guy has grown in the matter of 2 weeks, and to hear his live stream yesterday, I was like, what the fuck? And we all know what that means. So yeah, look, without me getting all emotional, and yes, I'll get emotional, and everyone saw me cry many times, I think every day of the retreat, is because what I share and what I do it from my heart. And obviously I'm repping the new Beast Mode tops, as you can see, ultimate polarity correction and identity creation. And my tan, hopefully I don't lose this tan. And I went to go outside, I thought I was at Seminyak Beach, and I've just got these big oak trees there, and I had to put 10 layers of clothing on. But that's where we're at. We're in Melbourne. We should be blessed that we live in Melbourne. I'm actually going to be living in Bali now, so that's some really good news now. Me and my partner will be moving to Bali in the matter of weeks. So that is going to be something. Love the red, yes, Matty. That's because of you, bro. So he brought it back. We had this, and it really, the red reps it well. So awesome stuff. So what I want to share with everyone, that once obviously you go over to the retreat and you go to Bali, and once you get off the Bali, you get off the plane, you're in Bali, you're like, oh, you're away from your family. And that's the whole reason why I do it there as well, because you want to be away from the environment to understand that, okay, let's have a break from that energy, and let's also appreciate where we've come from at the same time, because we can get caught up where we're at, and because we get caught up and we have tunnel vision, we actually forget where we're at and how, not lucky, because I don't like the word lucky, it's how of an understanding that where we're at right now in our lives, if it is in Melbourne, if it is in Perth, if it is in Adelaide, if it is Sydney, if it is in Queensland, anywhere it might need to be, obviously Perth, Western Australia, anywhere in Australia or New Zealand, because that's where the majority of people are flying in from, we are blessed, yeah? And I know and that's where a big thing that I do, and a big chunk of my budget goes into giving the opportunity for people to come into 5-star villas. Where we stayed was absolutely amazing. We're staying on a cliffside. We had that much open. We had acres of open area where we could go down. We do yoga on the cliffside, and you can hear the river. So everything was flow. And that was a big terminology, people, that we're like a river. We need to constantly flow. One day we could flow, soft. One day we can flow hard. We're going to be a little bit more full if there's rain, education, and some days we're going to be a little bit lower. Because there's no rain, there's no education, and that's the mythology behind that. Obviously, the energy in the jungle, because you see all the living creatures grow towards the river because they need water, and that's the same as us. That because we are constantly wanting with the flow, with the nourishment, we are going to attract our desired outcomes like the river. Because the trees, the animals would come down to the gully of where the cliffside of Bali is, because they want to get nourished. And we can be that river as well, because the more nutrients we have, the more information, our desired outcomes, people, success, results will be nourished to us, because they want part of what we've got. They want to be nourished by the river, who is us. Because the river is flow, flow is change, and change is flow. Always remember that. So, I know a lot of people have come back to their environment now, and they might come back and there's anchors, and what that means is memories, conscious and unconscious, visualize memories, smells, just memories of anything. It can be a smell, it can be a person, it can be a car, it can be a house, it can be a bed, it can be a top or a room. And unfortunately, some of these memories might have not served the person in the past, or that old identity which they've come to Bali to get rid of would be like, oh, you know, you'd be snapped back to that remembrance, that old memory, that old feeling. So what you need to understand is, and this is why I put in my post, you could put me in a cardboard box and I'll create a fucking kingdom, yeah? Throw me to the pack of whoever and I'll come out leading. Why I say that? It doesn't matter, people, where you're at or what you're going on. That I know some people they live in amazing places, yeah? They have, yep, dealing with that right now. That's why I'm doing this, Cully, and a lot of people have contacted me, so that's why I'm doing this. It doesn't matter what you've got. You can live in a big mansion or you can live in a little flat. But what I will say is, how that affects you is in here and in here. Yeah? So I know that I came back to Melbourne, and you know, Melbourne Airport, you know, yes, it's a hustle and bustle, but you look around, you look at the opportunity, you look at the abundance. Okay, you've got aggressive people. Okay, the customer service was shocking. Okay, you've got all that stuff, but that's what you need to do. You know that's it. You can't change the world. So what I did, I backed away from it all. Took a deep breath. And then I said to myself, my programming, what thoughts do I need to be thinking, to be feeling a way, that feeling is going to give me the belief to go back into my old, and go back to Melbourne, to have the belief to take the action that I need to take to achieve my desired outcomes. And bang, the thought came up. That's the thought, that's the feeling, that's my belief, and that's my action. And with all that, and what that equaled was, you can't change what people are doing. People are uneducated, people are lost, people are in pain, but not me and not you. But what we can affect and what we can allow is how it affects us or not, yeah? So what I did was I took a step back because I didn't want to go into it, and it was like that. And I swear to God, someone walked past me and went, boom. And unfortunately, they were worse off. They bumped into me, and I'm a pretty big dude. I'm 6'2", 105 kilos. And I had my start, and I went, boom, they're falling on the ground. And I said, hey, are you okay? Sorry, man. And that person actually said, and the partner of the guy that fell on the ground said, what are you doing? Because apparently, something happened, I don't know, they were arguing, and he just went to line me up, but bang, he fell on the ground. But the old me probably would have picked him up and threw him across the room. But I went, hey bro, how you going? So, you know, are you alright? That, you know what I mean? Why do we need to go with that? Remember, we can't think too highly of others because they don't think too highly of themselves. Okay? So, this was a battle. And when I went home, back to my beautiful parents picked me up. Yeah? And at the airport, you've only got 5 minutes to get your car in and get out. And my parents said that they wanted to know everything what we did there. They're hugging me, kissing me, and the guy's going, move, people are bipping the horn. And my dad was about to go, and I said, hey, let's get in the car, let's rock it. Don't worry, we can't change the world, but we can protect ours. Let's get in the car, let's go to our beautiful home, or my parents' beautiful home. Oh, better idea, felt better already, jumped in the car, yeah? And as we were driving back to where I used to live back in Melbourne, in Craigieburn, there's a lot of memories, yeah? There's a lot of, you know, anchors and the rest of it. And you know how I just completely just move forward? That we aren't trapped here. This is just, you know, you don't need to be the old identity. I'm the new Lee Bundy. I'm a leader. I'm a thought leader. I'm a self-identity artist. And I know what I just did in Bali. I've improved 15 people's lives, or how many lives were there? You know, even the staff that were there. I know that we had a team, including the staff, including the photographers, including the drivers, of about 30 people. And I know in my heart that everyone that was involved in that environment, their lives would be better for it, yeah? And that's what put me into the state that I'm at today. And as if you can see, I feel like I'm gravitating off the fucking ground because I'm so, my energy is, you know, I could, you know, I'm up pretty high in my apartment, I could fly off. You know, we're at the top of the trees if I turn the camera around. I'll quickly show you guys. So as you can see, it's beautiful. Autumn, the leaves are flowing off, and we're at the top of the trees where my apartment is. So, what I'm saying, people, and this is obviously directed to my beautiful people, but beautiful men and the beautiful ladies that that participated and have come back into, and I will say that when you've come back home, you haven't attempted because I'm going to give you the skills and I'm going to give you the belief what you need right now. So, once you come to Bali, yes, we're in a 5-star villa. Yes, we have staff. Yes, we have people. Can I help you? Can I do this? Can I do that? Yes, you know, I led them people up at 4. You know, some days we went to bed at 11 o'clock. So look at that, 4 o'clock to 11. Do the math, yeah? And there's not much free time. The free time might be a little bit driving to each place and a little bit to do some journaling, but it's go time, yeah? You're learning. And the amazing thing of these retreats where, and this is a thing that I haven't read a book about, this is just the way I learn, is if I'm going to read something, I don't want it to be in here. I'm going to constantly role play, and the way I role play it is through a number of different things. It's through a static dance, it's through belief, it's through getting that stay loud energy out, it's tapping, is feeling the music, is taking in the energy. We're in Bali, we're in Ubud for God's sake, we're in the medicine village, that's what Ubud means, and it's one of the most manifestational places in the world because it's actually on the meridian grid, the energy grids, and you go there, you can feel it. I don't need to say that, yeah? So, the change is easy when you come to one of my events. It is. Because I'm in front of you, my leader's in front of you, and you can't get up and walk. Yes, you can, but everything is there. You know, I'm constantly giving you embedded commands. I'm constantly occupying your conscious mind, which is the self-doubt. No, you can't do this. Oh, you're tired. What's this? I'm not smart. All these limiting beliefs that you've created to keep in your comfort zone, I will occupy your conscious mind, and all the learnings are going to your unconscious. So this period of time, welcome home, is also called integration time. I know someone will say that it's back to front. Yes, we know it's back to front. You don't need to read it, listen, and feel it, more important. So integration time is very, very powerful, yeah? So what it's about is you need to understand that integration time is you do not want to be forcing things. You do not want to let the exterior world get to you. You want to keep your bubble. As my beautiful partner says, she goes back to work and people are like this and they're angry and they're aggressive and they're depressed and they're all that. And she goes, Lee, I know what you say now. That's why. And I used to think that you were arrogant. I used to think that you thought you were better. No. What is different is you just are saying to yourself that you deserve better and that you don't want to get affected by that. And she goes, I understand that. Because now I put my bubble around me and I don't let things affect me. So I had messages from a few of the people saying, Lee, I've come back and I feel like I've gone back to my old ways. If you say that, you're already 50% there. Remember, yes, you'll go back and the surroundings look the same, but you aren't. Yeah? I'm going to throw a couple tips at you. So even if you haven't come to one of my events and you've gone on a holiday and you've come back home, or you've moved somewhere, so what I want to teach you, and what was great, and obviously Jaboa did this as well, change things around in your house. Firstly, you need to change around what's going on in your mind, and then say, hey, I'm back, I'm ready to go. Because you can come back in and you can fall back into that old energy straight away. What we did, we obviously, with our crystals, because we are quite spiritual, you know, you can do crystal blessings, you can do sage blessing, you can get rid of old furniture, you can change it around, and that will change the energy, that will change the feng shui. So it's the energy flow, yeah? And obviously through me being masculine, Jaboa being feminine, you know, there's a really good mix that we can put in. What you can do, yes, you can do the sage, the spiritual, yes, you can put energy into the house. And the main thing is that you look at your surroundings that might visually look the same, but through a fresh, new pair of eyes, yeah? I walked into my office, and yes, I have things that are the same, but I tell you what, I look at these, and even the words, my brand, my words, my goals, everything, the structure of the retreat, I look at it with a different pair of eyes, because that's the way I want to look at it. I look at it with so much belief. I look at it with energy. I look at my surroundings where I live in Melbourne here. I look at it with so much, hey, let's just go. Let's move on. Let's move forward, yeah? Don't get me wrong. I came back, and our concierge, so we've got concierge and security, and even the way I spoke to them was completely different, yeah? Even the way, you know, that's what it's about, people, that, yes, the world might not change. It won't change if you don't change in here and in here. Because what you bring into your eyes and what you bring into there, you can make it into a palace. And don't get me wrong, I've got some friends that live in palaces, that drive Ferraris, but because their inner world is a prison, all they see is a prison. Because their inner world is heavy, it's dark, it's recycled, it's angry, it's suicidal, all they see is that. All they feel is that. Are you getting this? I have got people that have got just enough and they're just getting by. But guess what? Hey, Ryan Fester, how you going, brother? Structure of reality, exactly, Matty. And what it is about, they are so happy to get back to create greatness, yeah? Because it doesn't matter physically, materialistically, structurally, what is around them, they see magic and they're feeling magic, yeah? And this is the biggest thing. I remember I came back, you know, and this happens, I've done 22 retreats, and I came back and I just want to tell my parents about blah, 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 blah. And I said to them this time, and I'm glad Jabola spoke to him, yeah? And I said, hey, even if I attempted to share what we do, you're not going to get it. You need to come over, mum and dad. You need to come to the next retreat, and everyone's looking forward for you to come over there, yeah? So, what's everyone saying? Do we leave them be or normal confused? Coco, what are you saying? How as a friend do we support them through this? Okay, cool. I'm glad that you said that. I know who you're talking about as well. Connect with the heart. Always when I feel, speak and listen, walk with my heart. Catch up very soon. Yeah, bro, let's catch up tomorrow. We've got a lot to work out. So how we support the team through this is firstly, and I know who you're talking about, Coco, is handball them to people that have been through it, yeah, that we can lead them, yeah? Because I know sometimes they will go back and they're like, oh my God, you know, I feel let down. Oh my God, my bubble's been burst. Oh my God, my energy's low. How you need to lead them is you need to remind them of the breakthroughs, of the energy, of the feeling, of the moment they experience at the retreat, even if you haven't been there. More importantly, if you're an outsider that wants to support one of the participants, want to support your friends, as Coco is, then they need to, and this is why I'm holding this live stream, this is why we're going to be having constant catch-up calls to keep people, it's the foundation to keep people reliving that, and that's what it's about, because yes, you can need to say, hey, why did you go on that retreat? What did you experience? I don't know what you experienced, but you do. And I can even say that to them. I'm the one that's leading them because I don't know, I can't read their mind yet, but they've experienced, they can try, and when I say try, they can try to elaborate what they experienced, but what happens in here and what happens in here, we can sort of guide it, and I can say, okay, cool, they've had a breakthrough, yes, they're smiling, they're happy, but only them, so all the people, the participants, only you know what you truly experienced and what you didn't, yeah? And you need to protect that. But more importantly, you need to relive that. Fuck, I can do anything that I put my mind to. Oh my God, there is energy, there is power all around us. We are limitless beings. I am infinite potential. I don't need to sleep. I can climb up a volcano. There is actual magic around us. I don't need to eat meat. I don't need to, whatever it was, I can do that. Whatever you experienced or you didn't, that's what you need to keep bringing into your existence and today. Yeah? Brie goes, I find it hard to put it all into words. I just be and change the shows. That's it. You don't want to put it into words. When you speak or when you put it into words, you actually do a disjustice to it. Yeah? Even me doing live streams, and I've been doing this enough. From what we experience, and you guys know this, I'm actually doing it a disjustice. So people go, geez, man, it really sounds good because of your energy. Trust me, the way I'm at now and how I'm elaborating or metabolizing what we experience, it's nowhere near. I'm talking like this, the experience was through here. We're talking on an energetic level. We're talking on a level of evolution that will blow your mind, that honestly, as humans on a conscious level, you can't experience it. We're talking about spiritual, and we're talking about energy it's through the roof. And that's when we need to keep reliving it, yeah? And that's what it's about. The live videos that your group were posting was enough said. Oh, awesome. So I'll give you guys an experience. So obviously we had Perry, that, you know, obviously through his circumstance, and he's been in a wheelchair for some time. He said to me, or he actually mentioned to someone else, he goes, I'm going to break the board in 3 months. Yeah? So I tested myself and my ability, but more important, I tested him. So I gave him 3 hours. And what I was doing was I was leading him through embedded commands, yeah? I was talking to him and I was saying, well, okay, when is now time ready for you to stand up and everything's going to be easy and effortless? And the classroom thought I was doing this to the class, but I said, hey, Perry. And he goes, yeah, I'm listening. I know he was listening, but I was directing that completely towards him. So when are you going to be able to find the energy? But this has nothing to do with energy. It's got everything to do with your power and soul. It has nothing to do with your physical ability. And the classroom's listening to me, and I go, Perry. He goes, yeah, man, I'm listening. I know he's listening. And what happened? If you're there, he, out of the blue, he just goes, hey, get me the board. And Bree, you know this as well, yeah? Did the exact same thing to you. And everyone's going, what does he want to break the board for? Well, that just come out of everything because he goes, get me the board. I was opening up his belief system. I was giving him direct commands that everything is easy and effortless. This is not physical. This is energy. You can do everything that you want to put your mind to. It doesn't, no more 3 months, no more limiting beliefs. You're going to get up and you're going to do it. We're going to find a way. And I'm not too sure if you understood this class, that everyone just sort of, and I was giving direct commands. I was giving it to Bree. Bree has actually she's broken her wrist and she's got 2 metal plates, or she's got metal plates in her wrist. And I didn't want her to break it with that. So she did not even attempt this. She didn't even practice this, yeah? She was that much in an empowered state that she went left hand. The strategy, the story, and the state. Her strategy was, hey, she's seen everyone else do it, never done it before. Her story was that empowered, and her state was that empowered that the strategy of breaking the board did not even really matter. And this is life. And she's gone up, and I think she did it twice. I think it was Bree. Left hand. I attempted it left hand, I attempted it left hand and I wasn't in state and I didn't break it. Yeah? And that's a proof. I didn't do it to make her feel better. I didn't do it to show the team. And there was even a time, and I'm right-handed, I broke the board, I attempted to break the board and I didn't. In front of the class, twice, because I was not in state. That proved to me, hey, these boards aren't something you can break through. You need to be in state. It's not physical, because if you don't, I tell you what, when I hit that board and I wasn't in state, and these aren't boards, these are limiting beliefs, and I'm just elaborating for you guys as a board, I almost broke my hand. But once I went in state, and everyone can back this up, you do not need, the strategy doesn't need to be as strong if the story and the state is peaking, yeah? Boom. I remember I hit it and people saw it, I can see the photos, and it just exploded. Bree, with that empowerment, she went through the board and she absolutely broke it, yeah? Now Perry. So if you're understanding when you have to break through something like, if you don't have the power of your legs and the motion, it can become really hard. He is in a wheelchair, as you know. So he hasn't got that motion, he hasn't got that weight, he hasn't got that to be able to go forward, yeah? So I got him in such a state that he allowed himself to get in such a state. And I remembered that he was hitting the board with his knuckles, and the knuckles were bleeding, yeah? He wanted me, we taped his hand up, and he was in such a peak state, and he broke the board. And that's got nothing to do with the board. What he learnt was that he knows, and obviously he's going to walk again. And he knows it's not physical, because it starts in here. Once you empower your mind, your body will catch up. Once you empower your mind, your body will catch up, people. And if you don't know, throughout the retreat, Perry couldn't write because he didn't have the belief. Towards the end of the retreat, you all could see he was writing better than I can. It was belief. He was speaking the best is better. You should have seen the smile on his face. You should have seen the smile on anyone's face. And there's a reason why I'm telling you this story. He was going to do the neuro understanding, and you saw the video of him standing up. He said to me, he hasn't done that or done that so easy before, but now he's got the belief. He goes into the physical part of it. He's got the belief. The body's catching up. Call it a miracle or call it just believing in yourself. Yeah? So we can't explain this, people. But what I can say to you is to keep you safe, that to relive the emotion, to relive the capture, to relive the experience, that is going to keep you safe. And how I do, if you want to know how I do it, as we know, success priming is something which is sacred in what I do. Call it success priming, call it whatever. Reprogramming, RP success priming. No one else, yes, you can pretend you've got routines and there's Tony Robbins' hour of power, but no one else can replicate what we do. Yeah? No one else can understand and be what we get into and how we get that, because it comes from the heart. There's no books, there's no scripts, it just rolls out and everyone knows. What I'm feeling, what you guys are giving off or not giving off is either going to make us or break us. It's either going to put us through into another dimension or it's going to keep us in our stale state, in our past. Yeah? So the success priming is programming the mind through that energy, the belief, and all these other techniques. But you can't replicate that. Yeah, you can't say, oh yeah, we do this, and you can't, because even if I tell you, okay, this is what we're going to do, every time we do it is different. Every time we do it, we take it to another level. So once you come back, and this is going to keep you safe. You want to be growing. So you want to be getting your thoughts out, what you experienced at this retreat, at this environment. You want to be writing it down. You want to be executing it. Even if you get on the phone because you want to start a new coaching business or a business. Even if you want to lose weight, you want to start eating the right food now. Drinking the water, eating the food that's going to give you the body. Start to go for the walks. You don't need to be moving mountains, but as long as you're doing something, it's going to keep you moving safe. Yeah? If your environment isn't serving you, you either lead it, you either cleanse it, or you get out of it. Yeah? You don't stay there and keep fighting through, because it will pop your bubble. That will challenge you. It doesn't need to be hard. So if you're doing certain things, if you used to drink, if you're still drinking, then is that showing you that you're growing? No. If you're still whatever, not saving your money and blowing your money, and you're still putting stress on yourself like that, if you go back and keep doing that, is that the new you? No. So obviously the retreat is about creating your identity. The retreat isn't a magic wand or a super pill that you take and you're healed. Yes, you have a new knowing. Yes, you've experienced something, so you know it's true. Because I can sit here for hours upon hours and say, hey guys, this is what you're going to experience, this is what I have, and hey, whatever. But if you don't get in there, if you don't get your hands dirty, if you don't go, oh, I can feel it, I can see it, I can hear it, I can know it, then you'll never change. But once you go there and experience what you experience, not because what I tell you to, the aha moments, the popcorn, the mind orgasms, that's what you bring in. Those are the moments when you want to go and reflect. Those are the moments when you climbed up the volcano, when you've gone into a holy temple, when you've gone under a 60-foot waterfall that is hitting you and it's almost taking the skin off you, and you're holding it and you're cleansing. That's when you've had 1 hour sleep and then you can climb an active volcano. That's when you have seen how people have led themselves and they're having breakthroughs and the energy and the rest of it. That's what you need to remember to take back into now. Because you can have that moment in every retreat every day. And the way you do this is by programming those feelings. Firstly, the right thoughts. Bring those thoughts up of what you experience, the feelings to empower you. That will empower your belief for you to go on and take the action. Create a plan. We know the leadership triad. Decide and commit, be flexible, and move forward. Exactly. Well, and that's all in 6 days. There you go, Bree. 6 days will change your life. I told you it would. You have got this. You have got this, Kelly. So that's what I say, people. If you want to be loving yourself, then do what you need to do. Don't go and eat those chocolates. Don't go and eat that rubbish. Eat healthy and start now. You should have started before you got back to where you're at. Yeah? And this is with everything. Start to change those things around. Start to believe. If you've got people that don't serve you and you go back, oh, you wanker, what are you doing? This is a fucking scam. You're a blah, blah. What is this cult? You're an idiot. You can either turn off to them, but if they're constantly being like that, remove yourself out of the environment. Completely remove yourself out of the environment. I know there's certain things that I have to sort out with certain things that I need to go back to, but I'm going to go back to and lead it the way I am. I'm going to put people into places that they're going to sort it out themselves. I'm not going to let them, because they're hating their life, because they're lost, because they function at a low vibration, or more importantly, they don't love themselves enough to be happy, to be successful, and to be of contribution. If they don't want to do that, I'm not going to let that affect me. That's their choice. Yeah? So what you need to understand, people, that you really need to stand strong. You need to stand guard at the doors of your mind, and you need to set plans. You need to make the contact, because what it's about, it's that satisfaction of growing just 2% a day. And my 2% is when I say 2%, it doesn't mean, oh, I just got off the couch. It's 2%, oh, I woke up. No, I'm talking about 2% getting up at the spiritual hour. And it's at 6 o'clock, it's still dark here. Get up at 6 o'clock, program your mind, put your suit of armor on. Feel fantastic, feel it, believe, have a plan. Look, have plans that you can look at. Okay, this is why I'm doing everything. See it, believe it, act upon it. I need to get in contact with this person. I need to get a gym membership. I'm gonna get a personal trainer. I'm gonna start this business. I'm going to contact my friends that need this because they're, whatever it is, they're suicidal, so on and so forth. So that's what you need to do. Be around people, because there's a few of us that all live in the same place. There's a few live in Perth, a few live in Queensland. Get together, relive this. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. I don't have you, I'm not in front of you physically, but I'm with you spiritually, mentally, and energetically, yeah? And that's why I'm holding this. And this is not just for the people that came on the retreat. This is for anyone to start living your life right now. Because you can just say, oh, I'm in the same place. If you've got the same mindset, you're going to get the same result. You can create magic of where you're at right now and keep it going. It doesn't matter if you don't like where you're living. It doesn't matter, okay, whatever. Even with your partners, don't lead people with your mouth. Lead them through your energy. Your energy introduces itself or not even before you walk into a room. So this is what it's about. Don't wait and go, oh, I have to do this. You need to become, and I'm going to say this very, very strongly, you need to become selfish to say self-empowered. And what that means is, if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. If you do the easy things in life, life will be hard. If you do the hard things now, life will become easy. And what that means is the big things that are going to get you a great result. They don't need to be hard. So if you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So what I say to you people, and this can work in so many ways. If you aren't liking your job, you've got a choice to stay in there or not. Do not leave straight away, have an exit plan. If your relationship isn't serving you, you have a choice. Your choice sets the understanding, and it's your life. Your life is full of choices. The choices you make determine your happiness and your success. So what I say is, well, that what you need to understand, that have that success priming, have that understand to, okay, look, I'm going to be able to move, or I'm going to be able to get out, or I'm going to be able to change your body, because you can. You aren't overweight. You're on a journey to beauty. You aren't broke. You're on a journey to abundance. You aren't tired. I am full of energy. So don't create the identities that you might be seeing physically, because physically is a trick. Your physical appearance, what's around you is a trick. What's in here is the truth, yeah? And once you finally tune that, it's called focus, you finally tune it, and you start to change it up, and then, oh my God, you see this world. And that's exactly what we did at the retreat. 6 days in however old you are. I'm 37. Those 6 days, and don't get me wrong, and you can see, you can, like it, and Kelly just said, love your energy, Lee. Because I had my own breakthrough as well. My beautiful partner now understands me, and I understand her more, and she's just like, fuck, now I know what this fucking big buffhead's about. And I'm like, my God, this is the woman that I want to have my children with, yeah? And there was a little bit of doubt there. So that's why it's so important. 40 in 2 weeks. There you go, Brie. 40 years young. That's what you need to be thinking about it. So this is what it's about. You do not need to be moving mountains every day. But as long as you're moving something forward, yes, Matty G, looking forward to that. And hey, everyone, how fucking amazing was Matty G? He has no coaching training, obviously what he's come with me. He has just got life training, he's just got love training, he's just got heart training, and he's just a person that's lead from the heart. And how fucking amazing is he, yeah? Absolutely amazing. How amazing is absolute Matty G? From his life experience, he's a father, obviously he's a CEO of his own company, he's my fucking best mate, and how amazing is he, yeah? He's going to be having a massive role. Obviously, he discovered a new part of how I lead, how I love to lead people as well. And you're going to be seeing a lot more of him, and he's going to be really bringing in his father's honor to be leading so many people, you know, and that's what it's about. He was the fucking best coach ever. He was. There you go. Awesome stuff, everyone. And you know, Matt came through October. He came through December. Then obviously we didn't have that. He couldn't make March, and he's come through there. Yeah. You look at the growth that this guy's got. Okay, I know a couple of little other things, and I've been doing this a lot longer than him. But look at he leads with the heart. You know, he's not all technical and all this and all logical. He leads with the heart, and he leads you like that. That's the qualities of a true leader. Not about, well, guys, and we're going to talk about the theories and this. No. I'm going to tell you how it is. And if you like it or not, that's up to you. Yeah? And it's absolutely amazing how you lead, Matt. So much respect to you, brother. And obviously everyone else that went through. You know, I could be spending hours upon this. So now we've come home. It's integration time. The lights are off. The dust has settled. The party has just begun. It's not over. So now we talk about the hero's journey. So we've gone through, obviously we've crossed over to the special world. You know all of that. Now we're coming back to the return home, the resurrection. Now we return back home with the elixir of light, of happiness, of new knowledge, and the rest of it. Don't get me wrong. We all know that yes, on Celebration Day, we were all tested. We were all tested the next day. That is something for us to grow stronger from, and that is something for us to all have an awareness about each individual, yeah? The way and what I say is that we grow stronger from that, and you know, and the acceptance of us to be able to move forward or not, and that's why it is so powerful, and that is why I truly believe that everything that life throws us is a test. It is an understanding of, you know, okay, cool, how am I going to move forward? How am I going to grow? How am I going to be a better person? Yeah? And it's how the choices that we make are either going to make us or break us. And what I really find in life is that things are thrown with us, and yes, at the start you might be rattled and go, oh, fuck, what's going on here? Hold on a minute. Or you can go, hey, mindset. What is there to learn from this? How can I grow stronger from that? How can I lead others so we can grow stronger like this and we can move forward, yeah? Kelly goes, have to go to Ashton's appointment, but we'll reach. No worries, we'll speak later. Cool, we're going to be continuing all our calls next week as well. Because what I want to lead people with as well, that I came back home and I see on Facebook, people are starting to put up these suicide awareness, yeah? Suicide awareness. A number, please share it. Can I be brutally honest with you all? Someone that's been suicide a few times throughout my life, and I know it's probably hard to, you know, to believe, but I have. And I've worked with a lot of suicide people, and I know that there is, out of the 15 participants, 10 people that participate in this have been suicidal at this last retreat, yeah? And that's quite private. But what you need to understand, and these people can back me up, that when you're feeling down, you're not going to pick up a fucking phone and speak to a stranger about what's going on in your head. So push-ups aren't going to save someone's life. Growing a mustache isn't going to save someone's life. Doing fucking these and counting to that is not going to save someone's life. What is going to save someone's life is the environment and space that we created. To have that knowledge, to keep going into a person's subconscious, to release that pain that's been holding them back, that they keep going back to. And that pain gets too much and they say, it's enough. I'm going to do something stupid because I want to end this. I have been there, I know that. And the people that have been there as well, they can back this up. So they're not going to get on a fucking call and speak to a stranger that they don't even know about. Hey, this is what I'm going through. You don't know me from a bar of soap, but I'm going to tell you that, and at the end of it, I'm going to feel better. Bullshit. It's the same thing going to a doctor. Or let's do some push-ups because that's going to help post-fucking-war trauma. It is absolutely bullshit, guys. And this is just my recommendation. This is not something that, and I'm quite passionate about this because I know what I was recommended for to help me, and it actually put me into a worse place. Seeing a counsellor, hey, let's just sit there and talk about our fucking problem. Bring the problem up, bring the problem. And I'm like, where's the solution? You have to go back and pay more money the next week. Let's go back and talk about your problem next week. So all the way through the week, if you survive, if you haven't fucking killed yourself yet, you'll go back to that. Or let's take an antidepressant. It used to numb me, but if I got to a point where I got that emotion went times 10, and I was fucking violent and scary. And that's happened to a lot of other people. What you normally do, you get violent and scary. Okay, cool, let's end it. And do you think being in an environment where you say you are sick, where you say you've got a mental illness, when you talk about mental illness, well, I'm mentally sick, well, you use that as an excuse. So the reason why I'm saying this, people, and I'm going to be holding a live stream about this, about the little strategies, the thought patterns, the diet, what I don't put into my body, what environment I do, how it keeps me healthy, and how it has saved my life. And if anyone else is listening to this, and I know a lot of the time you don't know, but what you know you don't feel like anymore. There you go. So what you need to understand is the environment that we created. And I'm going to do everything in my power to get this out to the world. I'm contacting the press, I'm contacting the radio station, because I saw those people come in and I know what they were going through. I know what I was going through. I know what my partner was going through. And 6 days, we have transformed their lives. 6 days. And they all know this. So it's something special. And to have almost every single one of them to come up to me and to say, please don't stop this. You've changed my life. And I'm going to get emotional because I did. And when the ladies came up to me especially, and I just broke down in tears. This is something that we need to share with the world. Not because it's what I've created. Yes, I'm proud of what I created, but let's take me out of it. Let's just take this environment and this gift, and it will save lives, and it is saving lives, yeah? But what I want to say, that we want to be able to create this environment of change, this environment of safety, this mindset, and you see so many people that are in need of it. You see so many people that are lost. You see so many people, and look, and I'll be honest, there's so many people that have come through, through this, and yes, we are getting better. But what I'm going to say to you, the people that have not stayed in or not survived, they've gone back to their old environment, and their energy gets low, and they think a certain way, and they look at you as the boogeyman, then they start blaming. It's all got to do with the trust me model, spiral dynamics. And that's one thing that if I can do anything, I don't want it to happen to you guys. And what happens is, and I know this, if I'm playing, and when I've played basketball, I haven't wanted to train. I haven't wanted to keep up my standards. So when I come to training, the guys are a lot faster, they're a lot stronger. They know the plays a lot better, they can move, they get the ball, I'm like enjoying the process. So what did I do? What did I do? Or what did I do? So what it's about, I started blaming them. Oh, this is fucking bullshit, you're picking on me. Oh, this is unethical, what's going on? I don't like this is fucked, I'm not going to play anymore. Do you think that had anything to do with them? It had everything to do with me. I'm not keeping up the standards, I'm not keeping up my skills. I wasn't keeping up my fitness. Do you think that I wanted to play in that team to go to the first? Of course I did. But because of my ego, because I was blaming, oh, you're picking on me, this is bullshit, there must be something going on. Why? Do you know what I mean? Instead of manning up and say, hey, let's keep this going on, let's keep the standards high, let's keep training, let's keep moving forward, I did everything but look at myself in the mirror and say, hey Lee, hold on a second, man. If you want to fly, you need to keep your standards high. Stop blaming everyone else. Stop having that energy. Stop doing that stuff. Exactly, Bree. You need to look within. And the reason why I'm using that is because I know so many people, I've been running these retreats for so long, that the people that get caught up in, hey, I don't know what's going on, get on the phone. You know, Nevin was an amazing experience, and these people was an amazing example. Sorry, Nevin, you was an amazing example. If he didn't get anything, if Matty didn't get anything, let's speak about it. Hey, how can I lead this better? I'm not understanding it. Not sit there and let it build up, build up, build up, and all of a sudden, bah, you're this, you're that, you're that. You know, like some people did. And I'm like, hey, not in my environment. If you want to go back and do it in your fucking trashy world, then you go and do it. I'm protecting this fucking environment with everything I got. And you're going to come back fucking second best off it, yeah? So, why I'm telling you people this is because in the world, we know in everything that we do, in relationships, if you're not upholding yourself in a relationship and then someone is a reflection because they're reacting to how you are and you're going to blame, then you have to go, hold on a minute. If I would put myself in that person's position, I'm not someone that is giving love. I'm not someone that is enjoyable, that is giving off sexy vibes, or someone that is loving themselves. So of course this person's going to be acting like that. Do you know what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm giving you these examples, because I know a few people are going to be experiencing this. You need to be the change that you want to see in others. You need to be the change that you want to see. Don't worry about the world. The world doesn't give a fuck about you. Yeah? It doesn't. Be the change in your environment. Be the change you want to see in people. Be the change that you want to see in your team. Be the change that you want to see in whatever you're actually got some control over. Yeah? Yes, we don't have control over other people, but you can snap a person from being grumpy, from being this aggressive in 2 seconds. Like I did. That person got knocked down. I could have fucking got into his vibration. I said, hey man, are you alright? Fuck it. You know? Picked him up, moved him on. The old me would have gone, what the fuck? Would have grabbed him, thrown him across the fucking room, probably, you know, started a big fight, whatever. There's police and the rest of it. Yeah? So, why am I telling you this? For a number of reasons, and I'm sure that you understand this. It is we need to share the gift that we just developed in ourselves, the belief, the love, the understanding with people, our friends, our family, our partners, and everybody. Because I even see it in my world that I've just come back to. People are so lost. They are in so much pain. They're very good at putting a mask on. They're very good, and you know what people, this is the scary thing. People don't know what they don't know. They don't. They getting caught up with, you know, they get caught up in these other organizations with brainwash, and they just basically do these ones. But when life gets hard, do you think that these other people are there for them? When you're paying them money, when you're talking about them, when you're showing up, when you're doing whatever, they're there. But when you really need these people to say they've got your back, they're nowhere to be around. That is a pure indication of how they are. People's actions of how they support you or not is a pure understanding of what they are inside. Simple. They can talk, well, we're here to support, we're here to help, and we've got your back and the rest of that. But when it comes down to, hey, where are you? It's like a ghost town, like you got that tumbleweed spinning by. You're like, where the fuck are these people? Do you know what I'm saying? So be very careful of the environment that you put yourself into as well. And make sure you get yourself out of that. So what I'm going to leave you with, everyone that has come home after that amazing 6-day adventure, that's why I say it's very important after the retreats to have some days of just switching off and just integrating positivity, letting everything start to catch up. You start to relive that, yeah? And the way you relive that, yes, your mind can maybe start to go to the self-sabotage when you get back into your environment and there's memories, there's energies of the old you. Then that's up to you to let that affect you or not. Say, hey, I'm a new person. I might be in the same house. I might be in the same relationship. My body might look the same. I might drive the same car, but hey, I'm a fucking new person. I'm a new king. I'm a new queen. I'm a new representation of energy. And I'll tell you what, I will do everything in my protection to keep this on, to keep my thought patterns strong, because I deserve that. And there might be the same relationship, the same house. You might look in the mirror, you might say the same body, or you might be in the same environment, but no. You need to keep reminding yourself, ladies and gentlemen, but you are a new and improved man and woman and fucking human being, or call yourself energy. I don't feel like I'm fucking human, yeah? I feel like I'm energy. I'm energy, I represent myself in this thing called rotting carcass. Yeah, we are. It's rotting, we're dying. So I'm either going to enjoy that, because what basically functions this body and carcass, what controls it, what controls here is energy, is this thing in here. It's not the grey matter called the brain, it's the soul, it's the being. You work on that and the rest of this starts to change. Because what happens is, your life and your brain, and if what you see, your structure of reality is basically like a projector. What you see through your structure of reality is a filter for what you're going to be seeing out here, what you're going to be experiencing out here. The more you can finely tune your being, have that belief, being power with energy, the more you're going to experience the magic that is actually around us. Or not. It's your choice. Yeah? So you go back, you take out that time to go over the book, to relive the motions, to go over the videos. Yeah, you're going to be getting a video. The reason why I got the photographer that flew in from Java, look at the photos. Look at the photo. Don't just look at the photo, but remember, put yourself back there. Remember what you experienced, the sound of the water, the air, the ambience, you know, the experience, the dragonflies, the nature, the energy. You take yourself back there, you keep going. And that's why I'm going to be putting a lot of the videos up. I'm going to be sharing this with you again. It's like I'm standing in front of you for the 6 days to let you feel the way you did or not, whatever you did. I truly believe that we transformed everyone's life. You know, some people have bigger breakthroughs or not, but if you took away one word that may add some value, then I'm doing my job. I'm doing my purpose, yeah? Brigos, keep stepping forward no matter how small, just keep moving forward. Yes. Use this, and I want you to leave this, and I was using this all the way through the retreat. Yes, we were on a cliffside and there was a river. We are all rivers, yeah? If you want to swim upstream, you're going to get burnt out and eventually it's going to go. Change is happening with or without you. We are rivers. Some days we're going to flow fast and strong. Some days we're going to flow just softly and very timid. Some days we're going to flow high and very full. That's knowledge, that's energy. So on some days we're going to flow low and maybe a bit empty because our energy is low or we've let things affect us. But we are constantly moving forward. We are constantly growing. We are constantly moving forward, yeah? Change is flow and flow is change. Satisfaction or gratification or understanding that your fulfillment is knowing that you're doing something different today. Read a part of a book. Execute it. Learn something that you learn at the retreat and role play it in someone's life. Do a live stream and teach what you learned, because when you teach, you master it. So that's why I love to teach. That's why I love to, you know, add value to people's lives, because it's not only adding value. My motivation isn't to do it because it changes me. I want to help you. And as a side effect, as a residual, I'm helping myself because I'm going, hey, practice what you preach. Be that person, show that up. And that's why live streams isn't a live stream. Videos are videos. It's a representation of you being who you are. This is not a fucking act. I'd prefer to be doing 100 million things today, but this is me showing my conviction. How I show up with my action is truly who I am as a human being. Yeah? Writing is very easy. Writing and posting, you can hide behind that. But how you show up as a physical being, your energy and how you're speaking, how you're holding yourself as a leader or not, is a true indication of who you are or who you're not. Okay? So, for the people that have come on the retreat, we need to get this out to the world because there are so many lost people. If you're someone that hasn't been there, it doesn't need to be, oh, we need to always go to a retreat. No. You need to be in the space of transformation. Yes, we've created certain things to help, to lead you and so on forth. If you can't get to a retreat, there's an online. If you can't do that, speak to a friend and they can help you. You know, it's all these different things and these different services. But what I say to you is, you constantly want to grow and create that magic every day in here and in here. Put your suit of armor on. Because the strategy of losing weight, of creating a business, of fixing a relationship, or loving yourself does not need to be finely tuned if your story, I'm unstoppable, everything is easy and effortless, I can do anything I want, and your state of energy is peaking, then the strategy of what you do things in life does not need to be finely tuned, because you can get away with it. Because your story is that empowered, you will find a strategy. Because your state is that empowered, you'll be able to move forward without the strategy being so powerful, yeah? And a pure indication was breaking through the board. You don't need to be, okay guys, you do this and do that and you break it. Your energy and power is, as long as you've got the basic understanding of what you need to do in life, you will get through, yeah? Because your energy, your being and your state is so powerful, you will end up finding a way to get through anything. You will attract the right resources. You will be open to seeing the magic, what you need within inside you for you to achieve your desired outcomes. And that's why the retreat is giving you that identity that you need to be to manifest and become the character you need to become to manifest and receive your desired outcomes in your life right now. Basic, simple English. You can't be who you were yesterday if you want to be someone different who you are today, and you can't be someone different if you want to be tomorrow if you're with that same energy today. And you need to think about it. What identity do I need to be at my full potential for me to achieve my desired outcomes? Okay? So a really good alignment is, are my thoughts empowered enough to make me feel the way I need to feel, so then I believe what I need to believe for me to achieve and take the action, my desired outcomes? I will ask myself in almost, maybe 5-minute increments, or I will look at something and that's a realignment. My thoughts, hey, snap out of it, I'm not feeling that way. What do I need to think about? What are my thoughts? How do I need to feel? What's my belief system? Okay, cool, what action do I need to take today? Boom, that's what it's about. Because remember, even if you're taking action and you're achieving the goal or not, you are still moving forward. You are still further than you were today. If I just take one little hop forward, I'm still moving forward. But if I just stay there, thinking about it, you get it, yeah? So awesome stuff. Thank you everyone, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for everyone that attended the retreat, everyone that's part of it. Big things coming on. Obviously the next retreat is from the 7th to the 12th of August. And I can really feel it's going to be absolutely amazing. So many people have already contacted me. I just arrived yesterday, so I'll be getting back to people today and over the long weekend, and then we're going to be hitting it back on next week. So from my family, from the Ultimate Polarity Correction, Beauties and the Beast and Identity Creation, every Wednesday we'll be having an alignment of obviously the team to get back, and so we can do a refresher, build the foundation. Tuesdays and Thursdays, guys, everyone came through as a VIP, so you get gifted my True Authentic Reality online program, which is fucking huge. So make sure you're on there, 7 p.m. Thursday, 7 p.m. Tuesday, and we'll be rolling that out. Obviously, you've got access to the membership site where there's about 60 videos. Go back, learn, role play it. Learn a video, role play it for your day. Be committed, yeah? And what I will leave everyone with, what was the biggest thing what I've created in my environment is that obviously we had the villa, which is called the Transformational Temple. We learnt the knowledge. Then we took it out and we role played and created identity at the Identity Playground. You can create that in your own environment. If you've got your office, which is your Transformational Temple, then when I go out with people in live streams, in my Success Prime, wherever I do that, I create that. I be it, I see it, I become it, then I act upon that. And the way you master the information, the way you master, so what is basically, it's the application of the information is the difference of you being successful in life. There's no such thing as unresourceful areas. All it is just unresourceful mindsets. Okay? Have an amazing day. Have an awesome weekend. I'm going to be holding a live stream and an interview tomorrow morning with my beautiful partner Jabbar, which is going to really get her out of her comfort zone as well. So make sure you get on there. I'll be putting up a post. Make sure you share it everywhere about what she's experienced being at the retreat as a student, where she's going to be going now in her life, what she's experienced in our relationship. Obviously, it was a little bit hard for her partner, and we just had to turn that off. I'm the teacher, she's the student, and how that, and obviously the battle she went through. But more importantly, what she experienced as a student, yeah. And I'm going to be interviewing everyone. Obviously, we are blessed that we live together, so we can do it physically. Bree, when you be getting back, or whoever's physically going to be in Melbourne, my boy Ryan as well. I'm going to be interviewing everyone as well, and obviously the people that are abroad will be doing interviews as through the different technologies, either Zoom or Skype. But we're going to really be going deep with a lot of that stuff as well. And what I'm also going to be doing as well, and this is for anyone that you know is in a dark place, who's suffering from so-called depression, so-called suicide, so-called as the world wants to call it, mental illness, which is a load of rubbish, that I'm going to really be holding a live stream of teaching people the little things, the diet, what to put in the body, what not to, how to think, how to be, that's kept me safe and it's kept me happy for all those years. Just little tweaks in your diet, little tweaks in your routine, mindset, daily environment, which is really going to set the difference of you keep banging your head against the wall or you going, oh fuck, you know what, I'm in control of my emotions, I'm actually happy and I know I can do that. Alright people, as I always say, you could be anywhere in the world right now. We're not at the Bali, but we're in Melbourne, so let's just rock it. But you are here with me, Lee Bundy, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth, and the founder of, the creator of Ultimate Polarity Correction and Identity Creation Retreat, the Beauties and the Beast. That's just a little bit of a, you know, people say, what about the copyright? There's no such thing as copyright because it's the Ultimate Polarity Correction. Beauties and the Beast, ladies step into beauty. We create beast, masculine and feminine. Absolutely rocking it, people. Have an amazing day. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your concentration. And more importantly, thank you for believing in yourself. Have an amazing day.